I know this isn't pleasant for any of us, but we have to go over what happened before she did what she did. Officer Barry will be taking notes for the official police inquiry. I'm sure you'll give him your full cooperation. Such a tragedy. But there must be a reason for everything. We need to find out why Kate Marsh would be driven to such desperate action. As principal of Blackwell Academy, I take my duties seriously. I take the well-being of every student more seriously.
I tell her about her sisters, I say I care, I do all those things that should make her come down, and it's the fucking Bible verse.
Those roof doors should always be locked. That's just standard operating procedure. They were not, and that is indeed your responsibility. Mr. Jefferson, I know you can't be expected to know what your students are going through, but Kate has assisted you in class. So you should have known something was amiss.
Doesn't she have more teachers than Jefferson?
Mr. Prescott, since you are responsible for the Vortex Club parties, and since Miss Marsh did attend your last party, you'll have to answer some more questions. Miss Caulfield, why exactly were you on the route with Kate Marsh? Did she tell you her plan? Or anything at all? Please, tell us everything.
Alright, most people, the overwhelming majority of people, I think, obviously go with Nathan dosed her. I've never actually seen the outcome, like the other two outcomes, but I don't want to blame David, so, and knowing Jefferson is the villain, let's just see what happens if I say Jefferson made her cry.
I saw Mr. Jefferson talking to Kate right before our class. Then she ran off crying.
Mark, I do know that Miss Marsh has assisted you on class events.
Kate, Miss Marsh has been very withdrawn lately. I assume this awful video was the cause. I hated seeing the students laugh at her. She told me Max was the only one who believed her, would take her calls and actually listen to her.
Oh, that's another thing.
I also asked to be on video, macking with some dudes.
You ass! She didn't ask for any of this.
No, on the contrary. Max was right to bring this up. Now, I wanted to help, but I guess I was too late.
Well, now this is problematic. The publicity is rising, and perhaps you shouldn't represent Blackwell at the Everyday Heroes contest in San Francisco.
Are you serious?
I am. We don't need any negative press about that event. And we need to involve the Academy in possible disciplinarian measures for you.
I understand. There are bigger things at stake than me. The life of a young girl, for one.
All right, Miss Caulfield, please sign here to confirm what you've told us. I'll continue this investigation from there.
My head is killing me, but I think I can use my power again.
Now let's just go sign the statement, see how this changes anything. Like I said, I've seen the Nathan route a lot through the playthroughs. I don't think I've ever really seen the Jefferson
Well, I think we
route.
know less now than when we started. We'll be assisting the police with further inquiries. I know this has been a stressful day. I wish I had the power to change it all for the better. So thank you for coming in.
Ah, man. Sucks about Kate. I really did try to save her. She's one of the only characters I like in this game, so I really did try to save her. I was just drawing a blank on what I needed to do. And the thing is, like I said, I know what I need to do.
It wasn't even real.
And yet I still screwed up.
Watching her drop like a weight, I really thought I could save her. Like a superhero.
Come on, Max. Do not for a second blame yourself. Kate was on that roof for her reasons, not yours.
My hand just reached out.
Stop it. You were the only one with balls enough to run to the roof. You were the only one who cared.
Yeah, I sure made a big fucking
And nobody
difference.
noticed that Max was able to get up there despite the fact that she was running with everyone else?
You're the best
Just
person
saying.
around.
No, I'm really not.
Warren, I screwed up today.
That makes no logical sense.
Warren, I don't mean to sound weird, but There's something ominous going on at Blackwell.
Today proves that.
And I'm working on proof that Kate Marsh is connected to Rachel Amber. Somehow. Along with Nathan and Mr. Madsen.
I'm not a big conspiracy guy, but I wouldn't doubt it. Nathan did scare me yesterday, and Madsen is a straight-up dickhead. So, what do you think is really happening?
Shit. Lots and
What the
lots
hell
of shit.
is this? The weather
a fucking
confirms
eclipse.
this weird day. Feel that chill.
Max, there was no eclipse scheduled today. I would know. I would.
And that doesn't scare anyone. Shouldn't this cause a lot of problems to the planet?
I believe you, Warren. I
Like
believe
severe
anything
changes?
this
Because
week.
we're talking about either the planet or the moon drastically moving positions to cause this. That should cause some serious problems. And no one seems to care. That seems to be a thing with this game. Nobody seems to fucking care about snow, about eclipses, about whales showing up on the fucking beach, about 2 moons in the sky. 2 fucking moons. I'll get into that when episode 4 comes around. Oh my god, that's so pathetically stupid. But and Kate has her own binder. There's something really wrong with Jefferson. Alright, so, trophy earned out of time. Yay. Alright, well, the good news is that with episodes 3 and 4, the series does start to get slightly better. Episode 3 is still meh. Episode 4 is pretty good, but then it all takes the shit with episode 5. But concerning episode 2, I didn't think anything would get worse than episode 1, and wow, was I wrong with episode 2, especially when this first came out. And I really don't like the episode much more after playing it for the same reasons why I didn't like episode 2 before. It's just a lot of wasting time, just dealing with the time powers again. We learn a little more, but we also don't really learn anything else about them. And I think that's one of my biggest problems with the game, is that, again, with these time powers, the writers make it up as they go along with the extent to which Max can use them, how powerful they are, the rules surrounding it. It just, they make it up. There's no actual, like, structure or method to them. And the fact that she can actually stop time, despite how much it hurts her, that's a pretty good use of the power that goes... That is never used again, basically. And I can't... Like, it's such a terrible use of the time travel mechanic. And again, the mechanic is used for stupid bullshit, like finding bottles, manipulating people to make yourself look cool. And it's so just... This is what it was used for. Episodes 3 and 4 do more to use the time travel as a way to investigate and help us on our mission, but for the first 2 episodes, just dealing with high school bullshit to make us look cool. No real character growth for Max, really bad pacing issues, continued terrible writing and dialogue, Chloe doesn't become any more likable, and the standout scene in this episode is definitely what happens with Kate. And while it is a very good scene, even that has its problems, because there are times when it's like, you seem like, oh, it looks like you care and I want to come down. Like, I did all that, and Max listed that. I erased the message, I took your call, I erased the message off, I erased the link on the video, and I erased the message on her, like, door board thing. And it's the fucking Bible verse that screws me over. That's one thing. After all of that showing how much I care and how much other people care, like her sisters, and that's the thing that fucking... Okay. I understand choices, but at least have them make sense. And this is something I've called Telltale out on before, is choices sometimes don't make sense. One of the biggest examples is in Season 2, when you choose not to steal from Arvo, and he says you steal. But let's focus on Life is Strange right now, because, again, it's such a problem. It's a very inconsistent scene, but a powerful scene at the same time, because it is something that I commend the writers for putting in. Suicide is an interesting theme that the game tackled. I wish it could have been done a little bit better, but the scene we got is still actually one of the better written scenes of the episode. But the fact that I do have some problems with it is a sign that there are a lot of problems in even the best parts of this game. Like I said, I just, like, there's so many times when it's like, oh, it really shows how much you care, oh yeah, they do care, and it's like, no, I'm gonna kill myself because no one cares about me, and it's like, it has you scratching your head, wondering, what do I have to do? But, it's not like it really matters. You get one additional scene with Kate in episode 4. She's nowhere in episode 3, and the extent of it is just a few line dialogue changes. Not much happens. Not much differs, so it's not a big deal. Is there a way to skip these credits? Because there we go. Okay. Anyway, here are the choices for the episode. Wow, I'm actually... More people are able to save Kate. I fucking hate you guys. Ugh. You told Kate to go to the police. 31%. 69% said, wait for proof. You answered Kate's call. You didn't answer Kate's call. 78% agreed that we should answer Kate's call. You didn't try to shoot Frank. 48%. And 15% blamed Jefferson. Again, yeah, the overwhelming majority go for Nathan. I've seen that happen before. I want to see if anything changes with Jefferson, especially with episode 5. See if he's any more pissed at me, especially after he kidnaps me. But, yeah. Those are my choices for Chrysalis, the first episode. Let's go out of time. You didn't water your plant, 31%. You didn't help Alyssa, 45%. I'm not going to help Alyssa at all throughout this game. You erased the link to Kate's video, 93%. You weren't friendly with Taylor, 58%. You reject Warren's invitation, 20%. As much as I like Planet of the Apes, I am not going to do anything with Warren because I don't like him. And honestly, him and Brooke actually do kind of work much better. You wrote a message. You didn't write a message. I didn't even know you could write a message in this episode. You tampered with the rail tracks. You didn't tamper with the rail tracks. I didn't tamper, so 68%. You didn't gain entry to the Vortex Club party, 52%. You didn't help Warren, 54%. Yeah. And you didn't tell on David to Mr. Jefferson, 22%. More people told on him, understandable. Okay, and let's go to the next plot segment. Oh yeah, that is the CinemaSin sound effect right there. I remember someone saying that once. But, yeah. Episode 3, Chaos Theory. After episode 2, Out of Time. Bad episode, just bad. Not even better than the first. The first is actually better than this, and just... It is a little more enjoyable since I'm the one actually playing it now, but it's still not doing it for me. The story takes forever to get going. The pacing is inconsistent throughout this whole game. The writing is weak, especially with the dialogue. The characters are still one-dimensional or don't really do anything. Except for Kate, but she's gone now. The time travel mechanic is wasted. Actually, I found a cool thing someone said in a comment on a YouTube video, which really sparked my interest and would have been such a cool impact of the choice mechanic, of the rewind time mechanic. I don't have the comment in front of me. I'll probably maybe take a snapshot of it and post it on the video so you can read it. But if I recall correctly, it was like, have this, if the tornado is caused by all these rewind powers and saving Chloe, why not have like the size of the tornado and the amount of and the damage it would do and the amount of people it would kill be affected by how much you use the rewind? And when I saw that, it was like, I thought that was a really cool idea. That could have been incorporated, and it could have been really cool. But they did not go for that. I think that would have been something cool for the writers to add, but they didn't do that, obviously. Anyway, Life is Strange, episode 2, Out of Time, bad episode. Not better than the first. Chaos Theory's average episode, decent. It's a step in the right direction that the series needed. It definitely involves more investigation and actual effective use of our time traveling powers. And then it slows down again in the middle and picks up slightly towards the end, and the episode ends as a setup for episode 4. But there's a lot of problems still with that episode, but it was definitely a step in the right direction that the game could not continue as their episode 5. But yeah. Anyway, that's episode 2. And just let's get to episode 3 another time. I still need a drink. I still need a drink. God help me.